gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yo, welcome to the Blue Lounge. Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is having a fantastic weekend. Transfer deadline day weekend. It's not actually transfer deadline day per se. It will be transfer deadline day tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK time. Welcome everyone to the show. I have with me tonight Max Burton. Max, big up to you. How you doing, brother?
Guys, yeah, okay. A little bit of a cold, but apart from that, I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Yeah, happy to be
Well,
on.
welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, it's that time of the year, mate. It's that time of the year. You know, it's hot, it's cold, it's snowy, it's windy, it's rainy, and then the sun comes out from nowhere. But it is what it is. Welcome, Max. Welcome to everyone to the show. Tonight, we will be doing two things. We'll be reviewing the fantastic result. Some will say shambolic performance, but a fantastic result from the match last night, Chelsea West Ham. And we're also going to be looking at all the latest transfer news, all the latest developments in and around Chelsea Football Club. If anything breaks while we're on the air, we will also be touching on it. And please let me know your thoughts and opinions on the transfer window in the comments down below. Much appreciated. I see Jackie there. Big up to you, Jackie. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Max, Chelsea West
Hmm.
Ham. That
Uh,
lineup shocked us all. But
uh,
then Liam Rosenior, I don't know what he did, what he said in the dressing room at half time, but things changed. What did you make of that performance yesterday, Max?
it's a typical Chelsea Jekyll and Hyde performance, from boos in the first half to cheers in the second. When I saw that lineup, I just wasn't comfortable. Whenever I see Gittins and Garnacho in the same team, and Badiashile there as well, then I just hope for the best, basically. With Badiashile, I just get rid of the Ashil bit and just call him Bad, because that's what he is. And uh, Garnacho. Put it this way, look,
Garnacho, man. Oh,
yeah,
yeah, go on.
yeah,
Yeah, go on.
terrible,
I'll,
terrible.
I'll let
And
you. I'll let you rate Garnacho, man.
I tweeted something. I think I said that's overtaken. That surpassed the worst performance ever. Remember the Bakayoko versus Watford? For me, that surpassed it. He was shocking. You could see his confidence had gone. And obviously, in the second half, it wasn't even rocket science. Okay, you slightly change the tactics. You bring on better players, you get better results. That's as simple as that. And I want to
Hmm.
use an analogy because my boys' team, to witness terrible left wing play yesterday and terrible defensive displays as well. My boys' team, okay, they won every single game up until last week or 2 weeks ago, sorry, and they had a couple of their big hitters missing, so they had to put in some of the fringe players. You know, the ones you bring on when you're
Hmm.
4-0 up, just so that
Yeah.
they can say, okay, you don't want them to stand out cold on a Sunday and not play a game because they're paying their subscription. So you give them a 5 minute run out at the end. So those sort of boys, so they had to step up, but they're quite clear not good enough. Today we played the team who were at the top of the league and they beat us 4-1. They've already lost 3 games because we've played 5 games less than they have. But what we had was 2 guys on the left who were quite clearly not up for it, and we had a defender because one of our defenders got injured the other day, who again wasn't up for it, and so the results dipped. Had they had a full strength team, they win that game comfortably, and that's the same with Chelsea. The quality, and I blame our sporting directors for this, is that they haven't properly bought in. You know, our first 10, we've got 7 or 8 players who are good, I think. But then when you're looking at those wingers, come on, we're watching people like every week we're watching your Gittins, your Garnachos, even Pedro Neto. I don't really rate. Okay, he's had a okay season, but for me, back in the day, a club like Chelsea, he would be a substitute player. He wouldn't be a starter. Where we were used to the likes of Drogba, Duff on the wing. We had Robin on the wing. We had Joe Cole on the wing. That's the standard. Eden Hazard. Those are the sort of players that we have. The only one who gets me off my feet now is Esteban, who unfortunately had to go back to Brazil. Quite funny
family
actually.
emergency. Family
Yeah,
emergency.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's quite funny because I was actually watching Chelsea West Ham. I was showing one of my colleagues a Chelsea West Ham game of the past because it was a YouTube when we beat them 4-1. Remember, we went down to 10 men. I can't, if you remember that one. Manish got sent off and we went down to 10 men, and West Ham were 1-0 up, and we beat them 4-1. I think Drogba scored, Crespo scored, Gallas and John Terry, I think. Because the reason I was showing them the video because I was in the crowd and I showed them where I was in the crowd cheering. But and it brought back memories of how good we were.
Mm.
The strength and depth we had, the quality, the enjoyment we had. Yesterday, okay, the second half was enjoyable. It's always good. This is the first time we've done it in the Premier League, which I didn't. I was shocked by when I heard yesterday. This is the first time we've ever come back from 2-0 down at half
2-0
time
down.
to
Yeah.
win 3-2 in the Premier League, and I couldn't believe that. And so it's always
Max,
good, as I said.
do you? Sorry to interrupt. Do you get the sense that this lineup was a shop window lineup where we're trying to get players game time and trying to get players exposure? Do you sense that?
You know what? There's obviously I had a lot of criticism with Maresca about his constant changing. Remember we had
Mm.
Ranieri, we used to call the Tinker Man, but
Tinker Man, yeah.
this is nothing. Ranieri would be like a stable manager compared to what we go through at the minute, and the fact that another manager's come in and we've had wholesale changes, you got to wonder. There's a lot of conspiracy theories about who's picking the side, but you got to wonder because you got two managers doing the same thing, wholesale changes. Yeah, I get it. We had a big game against Napoli, which took a lot out of the players on Wednesday, and then we've got Arsenal coming up on Tuesday. So I get the need to rest players, but we didn't need to make wholesale changes to the team. And yeah, you're right. There's a couple out there who maybe like Badia Shill maybe wanted to get rid of, and others who probably
Yeah,
played
I mean,
yesterday.
I'm looking back, and the last game we played, we had Reece James being played in the centre back position, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, you can do that if we didn't have any fit centre backs to to field, but the way he Liam Rosenior is setting up his team is, I don't know, he is trying too much or is trying too hard, or maybe and again this this is an assumption that the selection is being imposed on him, by the sporting directors, where he has to select certain players because he clearly knows where our strengths are and he clearly knows how to motivate the players to perform. Because if he didn't,
Oh,
we would not have come
mm,
back and won
yeah,
3-2,
yeah. Or
yesterday. So
yeah, yeah. It could also be that he's telling the board that look, my options, especially for the centre back, are not good
yeah,
enough. I've tried. Remember that game, his first game, where he tried four different formations at the back in that game because he started off. I think Wesley Fofana was playing the left sided centre back. Then he moved him into the centre back, and we had all these changes. So he's learning that. I think our defenders, a lot of them are not of that quality that we need, and
mm,
so he's searching. No, and then that's what Maresca was looking for, somebody, a ball playing centre back. Fafana's good at carrying. He's a ball carrier, I say.
yeah,
I'll put Josh as a ball carrier as well, um, and the probably the best one, but I say the best. He's got it sometimes in his locker, Badia Shield, but he's too casual with the ball, and he just makes too many errors when passing out from the back. So I just don't think he's good enough. He hasn't got that quality, neither. and so maybe he's playing Reece there because Reece. One thing Reece can do is he can pass the ball, and he may be saying, "Look, if I need somebody, not of Reece per se, but somebody who's got that passing ability in the central centre back position to help with the build up." And there's nobody there at the moment who
Yeah.
can do that.
So, all right, let's talk about this centre back situation because I want to show you. I want to get into some of the news, and then
Mm.
we'll look at what's going on. And big up to Courtney and Omar and Jackie in the chat. We've got 9 likes so far. Yeah, I forgot to ask for likes. Guys, smash that like button as you're coming into the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Really appreciate it. The way the algorithm is working right now, it will not notify everyone straight away that we're live. The more interactions we get with the stream, the more people get notified that we're actually live. So please do us a favor, smash that like button, comment in the chat. It will really go a long way to getting the stream out to the masses. Now, I want to show you guys some of the news. So you may have already seen these tweets, but we'll just run through them again. So this is a tweet from Fabrizio Romano today. Chelsea keep working on Mamadou Sow as his return from Strasbourg. Internal discussions are underway. There is something not right with the way the chat is on the screen. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can fix it. Where is it? Chat. And that should do it. Can someone type something in the chat? Let's see if it's fixed it. Because it's only showing one comment, and it should be showing more. Someone type something in the chat, please. I want to just see if this has been fixed.
There you go.
All right, yeah, there you go. It's showing the comments. All right, fantastic. Okay, so so internal discussions are underway for Mamadou Sow back to Chelsea from Strasbourg. We got a here we go today for Aaron Ansomino. Aaron Ansomino to Strasbourg. Here we go. Deal in place. Place over loan until the end of the season. Argentine defender was never going to return to Borussia Dortmund, and Chelsea pick RC Strasbourg as the best solution. Formal steps to follow. Disassi, by the way, his move to AC Milan seems to have fallen through. One to watch for the next few hours. Max, what is your take on the whole Mamadou Sow being brought back from Strasbourg and Somino going the other way? We know Strasbourg were not very happy about this. And Somino wasn't very happy about this. Wouldn't it have made more sense to just
Dortmund, you mean?
No, Ansumino.
Yeah, Dortmund weren't happy that we brought him back.
Both him and Dortmund, but by the looks of things, he was crying on his way out. But my question is, would it not have made more sense to keep Ansumino at Chelsea and leave Sow at Strasbourg rather than to have this musical chairs scenario? What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I can see why they've done that because Rosenior has already worked with Sarr, so he knows his game. So it's not going to be a big transition, him coming in. Yeah, but what it does do, on the flip side, what it does do is it our relationships, it soured our relationships with Dortmund because obviously we they loan we loan them quite a lot of players. And so obviously we get a loan fee from them. if the relationships are sour, then it's not going to be a place where we can send players out on
Do you
loan.
think
But
they kind of started it with the whole Gitten situation, though?
kind of, and then apparently I heard that there were also talks where they were tapping him up, similar to what they
Yeah,
did with what's the guy's name, Chukwuemeka,
Chukwuemeka.
when he
Yeah,
was when he was there. Um, and did they have another player of ours they tried to tap up? I can't remember who it was, and we had to bring him back. Who was it? It was a guy.
yeah. You're right. There was one. There
Yeah,
was one.
there
I'm
was
trying to
another
remember.
one, and we brought him back because they were trying to. His name escapes me now, but
Yeah,
they've got form for trying to do that with Chelsea players, and so if the rumours are true that they were trying to Matson, that's it. Thank you,
Matson.
Luke.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
Yeah,
Luke.
yeah. I know they're definitely trying to do that with Matson as well. So um, yeah, so you can't be doing that if you're on if it's and with the Matson one, was it a loan with a option? I think
I think it was.
it may
Yeah,
have been. Yeah, I think it was a loan with an option. And what they were trying to do, they were trying to lowball us all the time, and try and get us to sell him at a cheaper. I think 20 odd million. In the end, we got 35 million from Aston Villa for him. And so, as I said, if that's the case where they're trying to, and then, you know that what's going to happen, they're going to lowball us on Ansel Mina as well. They're not going to give us what we need for him. And as you quite rightly said, with the Gittins one, we ended up paying. They fleeced us for 55 million for Gittins. At the
yeah.
most, because he's like a developing player, at the most, he's a 25, 30 million player.
25,
And I'm
30.
being
Yeah,
generous. I'm being
yeah,
generous.
yeah.
And so, and that's the problem with these. I know that the Premier League is the richest league in the world, but they seem to lowball us when they want one of our players, and then we have to pay extortionate fees when it's the other way. And so I just don't like the way that they operate. But then there is a player side as well. You've got to think about the player, and he's treated like a bit of cattle, isn't he? He was enjoying life at Dortmund. He's just been pulled out and said, "Look, you're coming back. You're not coming back to play for us. You're coming back to play for our sister club while we bring somebody else in." So there's a bit of musical chairs going on. So, but mind you, I saw him on the plane heading for Strasbourg, and those tears were no longer tears. I'm not sure if you saw the picture. He had a smile on his face as he was heading for Strasbourg. So we'll see.
Yeah. For those of you who are asking about Jeremy Jacquet, we are gonna touch up on that in just a second. We're taking the stories, one by one. There's a lot of stories to discuss today, so we are going to address Jeremy Jacquet in just a moment. Well, Fab has just dropped something. Let me double check. Fab Bomba. Let's see. Let's see. What? What? Oh, that is a big one. That's a big one. That is a big one. Max, look at this.
Oh, I'd have seen it. I'd have seen it.
Jeremy Jacquet to Liverpool. Here we go. Deal agreed now for June 2026 as revealed. And the standard fee is 60 million euros plus 10 million euros in add ons to Rene. Jeremy has agreed personal terms with Liverpool Football Club. Agreement done for the summer of 26 for one of the most talented centre backs in the world. So we got Caicedo,
Yeah,
Lavia, and then they get
yeah,
they get this one.
yeah,
Max, what?
yeah.
Look, I
That's
was never I was never a big
that,
fan of this whole signing in the first place. But what's your thoughts on it?
no. He's a good player, mate. He's a good player. He's a very
Yeah,
good player.
he's
Yeah,
he's worth
and we're
60
gonna
plus 10 in add-ons.
listen.
Hmm.
He's gonna be the heir to
Van
Van
Dijk.
Dijk. We don't know how players are gonna. We don't know how things are gonna work out, but potentially he could be because obviously we had the similar thing with the Man U boy, Jeremy, whatever his name. What's that guy? He's at Man U. Who's his name? The centre back. Uh,
Centre back and menu.
Jeremy. The guy Real Madrid wanted as well. Someone put it in the chat. My brain's gone when it comes to players now.
In the
Um,
chat, let's know, guys. I'm having a
the,
brain freeze moment at the moment.
yeah, the one Real Madrid wanted him on a pre-contract, but then he went to Man United, and he came on as a substitute today. Uh, Euro, that's it. Sorry, Euro. I
Oh,
found it. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
So he was spoke about as the next big thing. He hasn't really, but as I said, he's not taken off yet. But time will come. But this guy, he's exactly what we need. Jeremy Jacquet. He's going to be a big player because he's strong in the air, good leader, line breaking passes. He's got the lot as a defender, and again, just like we've missed out on Ekatike, just like we've missed out on um, Elise, this is it. And this is the thing with our sporting directors who just chat, all talk and no action. They can't pull it over. They can't get it over the line. They're
But
just
Max, the lad has had half a season in top flight football. I mean, could we really risk that type of money on someone that young, so inexperienced, even if he has got all that potential? It's a big gamble.
listen. Any of that transfer is a gamble at the end of the day,
Mm,
but you'll see in a few couple of years' time, you'll see what sort of player this guy is. This guy is the real deal, in my opinion. As I said, anything can happen in football,
mm.
injuries and whatever. But if he fulfills his potential, he's gonna be big, you know. And he's that's a big, especially when we're weak in at the back. We're struggling at the back, and um, yeah, whatever our project is, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. We the problem is now. When we first came onto, people like Caicedo and others were joining our project ahead of Liverpool, Lavia, people like that. But you know what? Now people are seeing the project for what it is, and are they going to be wanting to join this project? So we're going to see more things like this as well. People, and we were broke as well as we had Bobby and we always give the fans false hope, but we haven't got that. We waste money on all this 20 million here for that player,
Garnacho,
20 million here for this player.
Garn,
Yeah, Garnacho. We
Garnacho,
spent 100
Gittins,
million on
yeah,
two wingers who we haven't.
yeah,
And so when it comes to a need, I say a need, we've got 10 centre backs in the club as it is, but he is a good player. But having said that, we'll leave our Colwell's back next year,
yeah.
hoping that he can come back to what he was before. So he offers us the line breaking passes, the leadership, etc. So if it was a deal for next season anyway, um, is there room for him and Levi Cole with the same
Yeah.
sort of profile? One can argue that,
And Saw
but
and Semino,
yeah, mm, that's the thing. But this guy,
Achapon, yeah. You see
all
that
it is, Liverpool have got
that's
to
the
get
thing,
agenda
Max.
now as well.
I think you know
Yeah,
a player of his profile is he may have a higher ceiling than Saw and Semino, Achapon. Maybe again, we've seen Achapon in the Premier League, and he's not a bad player, but you know, this guy may have a higher ceiling, and people in football, the scouts, the people who know what they're looking for, probably seen things in him that I haven't seen. But the thing, the concern I have is this: we have a lot of youngsters in the back. We don't really have anyone. I mean, our most experienced centre backs is Chalobah and Colwell, and they probably still need a bit more mentoring and a little bit more, someone who can lead. The likes of Thiago Silva, the likes of Rudiger. Someone who has that ability to guide, to lead, to push the team forward. And this player coming in doesn't do that for me. And I think us missing out on him might not be such a bad scenario to be in. Yes, I get it. He could be,
Yeah,
someone for the future.
yeah.
But
The
I'm,
money is
I'm
mad though. Yeah, the money is mad. 70 million is mad.
that's
You know.
if it was 30, 40, I get it, no problem. But
Yeah,
7,
70
7,
million is
70
is,
million
is
is a lot
crazy.
of money. It's a lot of money.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know,
I don't want to hear Jamie
well,
Carragher come out with any nonsense about Chelsea trying to buy the league anymore.
I was literally speaking to a Liverpool fan yesterday on one of the streams, and he was talking about buying success. I was thinking to myself, Giza, do you know how much money you guys have spent in the last transfer window, and now this, and they're still not challenging. This season they're struggling. They're fighting for top four. When they should be looking to be up there challenging for the title, but you know, we'll let Carragher and the rest of the Liverpool fans speak on it, and we'll respond. We'll respond. 70 million is too much, Marlon. Look, guys, keep them comments coming in, and if anything breaks, let me know. I'm gonna go back to the stories I had already pre-selected. I just going to have a quick look and see if anything has broken since then. Um, yeah, we've got everyone tweeting now on the whole Jeremy Jacquet situation. We'll come back to Jeremy Jacquet in a minute. Let's finish off with the here we goes. So we got a here we go for Tyreek George. For me, a better winger than both Gittins and Garnacho. That's my opinion. We've got a here we go for him. Tyreek George to Everton. Here we go. Deal in place after official bid sent yesterday as exclusively revealed. Loan deal until June for for full salary covered by Everton, and the buy option clause not mandatory. People seem to be confused with obligation to buy and buy option. Buy option means if they want him, they can buy him for a
Mm.
pre-agreed fee, which they haven't made public as yet. But there is a buy option, no obligation to buy. Medical has been booked for Tyreek George. David Ornstein, Everton reached agreement in principle with Chelsea to sign Tyreek George. Deal for 19-year-old forward, loan plus buy option pending Everton ratification. England under 21 international granted permission to travel for medical before completing transfer. Max, Tyreek George loaned out. We know he was on the verge of leaving the club, I think to Fulham in the last transfer window. He's loaned out to Everton. What do you make of Tyreek George and this loan deal?
Um, yeah, good for the player. Yeah, I think we got good relations with Everton.
Mm.
We sold them Dewsbury Hall, didn't we, recently? Um, I It's a difficult one for him. Yeah, as you quite rightly said, he's probably a better left winger than Garnacho and
Gittins.
Gittins at the moment.
Mm.
Yeah, he hasn't really been given the opportunity to play in his preferred position. Whenever he's played for Chelsea, he's played off the right wing or up the top, but he's never. His best
Down the
position is
centre as
coming in
well
off
as a
yeah, off
striker.
the left.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, so raw, but again, the other two are raw as well. He didn't have as many opportunities as they did, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on at Everton. So I do like the boy. I like his attitude, and if you remember, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be playing Champions League football this season because it was that
Yeah.
goal against Fulham which kick-started our late run into
He's
the
got he's got
Champions.
he's got an eye for goal, Max. I mean, this lad can can score and can score some crucial goals. And we've seen it. We've seen him do it
Mm, yeah.
on a few occasions. The thing I like about him is he does seem to be more organized. He does seem to have a better decision making capacity than both Garnacho and Gittins. I think Garnacho and Gittins do have some very positive attributes, but they seem to be lacking in their decision making, especially Garnacho very recently in the game yesterday, he was giving me
Shocking.
nightmares,
Yeah.
man. He was shocking
Yeah.
yesterday. He was
Yeah.
shocking.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
Tyreek George, I hope he has a good stint at Everton, and I've got
Is
high
he
hopes
going
for
to
the
play off
lads.
the right? Because they've at the moment Everton have also got Ndai, who
Yeah.
plays on the wings, and uh, Jack Grealish is also there, isn't he? So it'll be interesting to see what plans they have for him. Um, so that's the only thing is where's he going to play unless they play Ndai maybe more for 10 and put him out wide. I don't know, but yeah, that'd be interesting to see what they do with him.
Do you know? I wanna go back to Jeremy Jacquet for a second, and
Mm.
you know, it's funny how last transfer window Fabrizio Romano was so adamant that Chelsea were going to sign Xavi Simons. He was pushing it hard. He did indicate that other Premier League teams are interested. And for Jeremy Jacquet, he's done the same thing this transfer window. He did mention Liverpool are there and they're, they're looking at the situation, they're monitoring the situation. Liverpool are not actively pursuing it for this transfer window, rather for the next transfer window. But he always kept Chelsea as the main umbrella for the whole Jeremy Jacquet situation, with Liverpool being on the fringe of the deal. And then out of nowhere, here we go. Because all the videos that he's posted, all the tweets that he's posted, he specifically mentions Chelsea and Liverpool. The monitoring, the observing. Um, Do you think that Fabrizio Romano, and again, we are not embedded, we are on the peripheral, but do you think Fabrizio Romano is not as reliable as he has been?
Listen, he's still reliable. I think he's still reliable. He gets the
Hmm.
briefings from the club, okay? Because it
Hmm.
wasn't only him who was saying it. I think Ben Jacobs was saying it,
Yeah.
and others.
David
So he
Olsen as
gets
well.
his
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So he gets his information from the club, and I think the club what it probably could have been it was diversion tactics as well because you remember everyone was Clearlake out and Egg Barley out, etc., etc. So what do? They throw in a big name to keep to make us start talk. When transfers come in, because I thought we were going to be quiet in the transfer window anyway, so I didn't think we were going to be buying anyone. But it's a bit funny how this story came out probably a few days after the heat was on the sporting directors and Egg Barley to keep. But what it does, what they don't realize is what it does do. It just puts more pressure on them now because the fan base, their hopes have been. My hopes went up anyway because I knew how this was going to end anyway because we've had form in this one. So I didn't even know. I didn't even think we were going to sign this guy anyway. So now that he's gone to Liverpool, it doesn't surprise me one bit because we've seen this play out before. We've seen this play out with Elise. We've seen this play out with Ekatike. We just can't pull the big ones over the line. We can pull the stupid ones out like the Gittins and the Garnachos and stuff. But when it comes to potentially. The only one we've got over the line, I think, is Esteval. And I think if Esteval was available in today's window, I don't think he'll be choosing this Chelsea project. So we were fortunate to get him when we did. Um, but I
We,
just
we,
yeah,
we
we've
plucked him
we've
when he was young. Yeah, I think
we
he was
yeah we
16.
got him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So my worry is that this project that's been sold to these players now,
Hmm.
they're looking at it, and I don't think people are as convinced as they were about this project as they were earlier. So yeah, either that or as I said when we had Bobby Smoke Signals on a couple of weeks ago, it's just that we are just broke and we just can't.
Bobby Fairview. Bobby Fairview.
Oh, no, sorry, it's Bobby Fairview. Why am I keep mixing them up? Bobby Fairview, yeah. So he's saying that we're broke and we just haven't got that money to spend on these players. That's why if we're coming in low ball and we know that Ren weren't gonna budge. They already told us what the deal was. They wanted more than what Manchester City paid for Doku. We knew that,
Max,
and if we knew
this
that, we walk away.
this
It-
this 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 sorry to interrupt you. So just for context, this is what Fabrizio Romano tweeted literally 1 hour ago. 1 hour
yeah,
ago, he said the race for Jeremy Jacquet reaches very final stages to agree deal now for June 2026, and this is subliminal. Liverpool are absolutely in the race, not from today or yesterday. It's all started 20 days ago, as revealed. Chelsea been negotiating for weeks as well. So subliminally, he's saying that Chelsea are ahead, but Liverpool are in the race. He's always focused his spiel Chelsea, then Liverpool, and then Liverpool come out and actually take the player. Um, you know what?
what you got, yeah.
Go on,
I
go
think
go
what you
on,
got to
go on.
realize is sometimes that's what as I said, that's what the club's briefed him, and they say, "Oh, we're confident of getting this one over the line." So that's what he's probably been briefed to say.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
these guys are not confident of them doing anything for at the moment because, as I said, they haven't given me over the past few transfer windows, they haven't given me any glimmer of hope that they can pull off a big deal. So I don't care what's been briefed. That's why I don't take any notice now. Back in the day, I used to be invested in the market, but now, especially where Chelsea are concerned, any big player that we're after, I just don't take no notice. We had the same thing as you said last year with Xavier Simmons and how he was close and nothing happened. So, as I said, we've seen it. We've seen this play out before. So I don't pay any attention to any of this media stuff at all whatsoever, because I don't know,
this,
I
yeah.
just think it's a noise.
So
And we're going to come out. I could tell you what's going to happen. We're going to come out with a briefing in the next hour or two or so, saying, "Oh, we are happy with this. What we've got. We brought
yeah,
back Saar because the
yeah,
manager trusts him. We
yeah,
believe in Achampong." You know that's the way that these guys they're taking us as idiots. We're not idiots. We
yeah,
know the game that they're playing. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, this is so. This has been reported just now from PYS via Alex Crook and Ben Jacobs. And he says Chelsea could still decide to match offer of £55 million plus 5 million in add-ons, but Jacquet now prefers Liverpool with medical booked tomorrow. So this to me sounds like, I don't know, Chelsea are still in. Chelsea still want him, but
Uh,
why would this be pushed to the media if the player is choosing to go to Liverpool, and is Chelsea actually looking to spend £60 million on a player who is, high ceiling for a potential, but is yet to be proven? Um, yeah, I would say just let the man go. Best of luck to him. If he smashes it at Liverpool, then it's one that got away. But focus on bringing us some experience in the defense,
well,
because
we're
we
not going
have
to
got.
do that. You know.
I know,
Yeah.
Max. I know this is the
But,
problem. We are not going to do that because of the model. We are not going to do that because of the way these sporting directors, this
but
ownership is driving the club, and that isn't going to breed success on the football pitch.
let's talk about this 18-year-old boy as well, wasn't there? I heard saw today. Never
Which
heard of
one?
him. Centre
Which
back.
one? Yeah.
Yeah.
From Nets, Titty or some.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one. Yeah, I saw that, and I'm thinking to myself, what? 20-year
And
old? I was thinking it's too young. Now this
even
18 year
then,
old.
when they were putting a bid in for this 18-year-old, you knew
Yeah,
that the Jacquet one was on the ropes. Why are they going to be
yeah.
putting in a bid for another guy? And then when I heard that story today, I thought, there's this Jacquet deal. Yeah. So
It's
I'll get
throwing
my
up.
coat,
But
or I'll get my jacket and walk off of this. This is good. Dear.
Tati, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, thank you,
Jacquet.
Omar. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I saw that and I was thinking to myself, what are these lads doing, man? Are they serious? You know,
I think they want a team of centre backs. I think that's what they're after. 11. We got
yeah.
11 on the books already. That'd have been our 11th one on the book anyway.
Do you know,
Uh,
it
from
is,
Nantes. That's Nantes he plays
it's
for.
Nats, yeah. Nats,
Yeah.
Nats. Yeah. I'm just trying to see because I've got the notifications on, and David Ornstein just tweeted something. All right, let's have a look at what David Ornstein just tweeted. David Ornstein, Liverpool reached pre-agreement with Rennes to sign Jeremy Jacquet in the summer 2026. Deal for the 20-year-old centre-back, £55 million plus £5 million in add-ons. Personal terms expect to be no problem after France under 21 international picked Liverpool, viewed as key part of the team rebuilding. Interesting. So, have they not spoken to the lad yet?
Yeah,
Is
just
this
spoken to him.
well? So he says terms expect to be not a problem. Because Chelsea did agree personal terms already.
That's what they said. That's what they
Yeah,
said. I don't know. Yeah. That we were told that
22,
he only
22
wanted Chelsea
likes.
as well, so I don't believe. That's what I'm saying. We were told that he only wants Chelsea by Sky the other day, so I don't believe
Yeah,
anything what these people say.
yeah, yeah. 22 likes. People keep smashing that like button. We are gonna continue for another 15 minutes. Fabrizio Romano just tweeted as well. Let's have a look at what Fabrizio. Oh, Fabrizio Romano has got a video. Now let me see if I can actually share this. Give me a second. Let's see if we can do this. Audio. Max, tell me if you can hear the audio. No, it's not working. Yeah, that's not gonna work. This is one of the issues I have with the software. Oh, here we go. It's working now. It's
All right,
working.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's working now. Let's bring it back on.
Breaking news, Jeremy Jacquet, the talented French
Guys in the chat, let me know if you can hear it. Let me know if you can hear it. Move it and play it back. Yeah, hold on. I just want to know if I'm actually sharing the sound. Give me a second, people. I'm going to try and sort this out. Hold on. So if yeah. All right, tell me if you guys can hear it in the chat.
Breaking news, Jeremy Jacquet, the talented French.
Why is it doing that?
Breaking news, Jeremy Jacquet, the talented French defender from Rennes, is set to join Liverpool.
Yeah, sorry, people. I don't think this is going to work. It's not going to work. Well, we kind of get the we get the gist of it. Talented. Do you know what, guys? I'll tell you what he said.
Yeah.
So, breaking news: talented French centre back from Rennes joins Chelsea. Yeah, joins Liverpool on a transfer for 2026 summer window for £55 million with £5 million in add-ons. Deal is done. Here we go. that's what he said in a nutshell. But yeah, everyone is literally just tweeting right now. Florian Pluttenberg has just tweeted. Um,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he
it's done.
says
It's done.
no hijack, no surprise. Jeremy Jacquet will join Liverpool. Here we go. No hijack, no surprise. I mean, I think
I
he
think
was
that's what I
surprised.
said.
I think he was
It's,
surprised.
it probably was just all noise. I just seen this tweet. I want to read it out.
Go
Step
on.
one, Chelsea will sign a centre back this window. Step two, Jack is Chelsea's number one target. Step three, Jack only wants Chelsea. Step four, recall Ansel Mina. Step five, Ansel Mina to Strasbourg, Sarr to Chelsea. Step six, lose out on Jack. Step seven, Chelsea have full faith in their centre back options.
100%.
And there you go. And there
100%.
you go. There
Literally.
you go.
Literally. Literally.
Yeah,
Literally.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
No,
Why do they do this to us, though? That's the thing. It's the
Max,
don't even just say keep quiet. Back in the day, I
that's what I was just
remember.
going to say. Roman
Yeah,
Abramovich, Mamina Gavaskaya,
yeah.
quiet. You don't hear a peep.
We didn't. When we heard that we were after a player, we got that player.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of times. Obviously, football sometimes it works that you don't get a particular player, but 90% of the time, if we're after a particular player, we'll get him. Or we'll
Yeah.
hijack them. Even when someone else was after a player like
Yeah.
Willian, we'll then go and
Yeah.
get them when we want just to
Ask
sign.
Tottenham, ask Liverpool. We used to do all the time. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the way. And these guys just talk too much, and they just use their mouthpieces. That's why I don't report on transfers anymore on my channel. I just don't because it's just pointless, absolutely pointless. Because I don't
I
trust
love
or
doing
believe anything.
I love doing it. I love doing it. I
Mhm.
love reporting on
Yeah,
transfer news. And the thing is, for me, I report on it. I get a lot of shit in the comments, but this isn't what I'm saying is happening. This is what they're saying is
yeah.
happening.
What other people are saying.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
I'm giving you my opinion. I mean,
Mm.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Okay. I am not disappointed. I am not shocked that we did not get Jeremy Jacquet. I could end up being disappointed. I could end up being shocked if he turns out to be one of the best defenders the side of Van Dijk. But if that's the case, then I will be disappointed. But right now, with what we have, I think him coming in, it would have probably taken a couple of seasons before we actually started to see the fruits of that transfer. And
And
I
yeah,
want, I want to see, I want to see the focus on
mm,
experience,
mm,
and
mm. And you
and
know what?
I know
The,
that's not happening.
yeah, and probably the reason why the Liverpool project appeals to him is that he's going to be working alongside Van Dijk. So he's going to
Hundred
be the
percent.
heir to his throne. So he's going to
Yeah,
come in, learn, just like Terry
yeah,
learned from your likes of your Desai's and things,
yeah,
and that would
yeah.
improve him as a player. Who's he going to learn from at Chelsea? Because they're all of the similar age.
Yeah.
Tosin? I don't think so. I don't think Tosin can teach him a lot.
No.
Um, but I agree with you. We needed that bit of it experience more than anything, because we got all these kids and all these. He's gonna as he's still a kid. Let's be honest. He's got lots of potential, but he's still gonna be making errors. I've seen a lot of. I love Achampong. I could see the potential, but the guy's still gonna be making errors. You don't. Once you reach 24, 25 as a centre back, that's when you start to become a more rounded player, and that's because it's lots of experience. You start to understand the position more. You don't make those rash challenges that you did when you were young, and yeah. So for me, yeah, that's for his career. And if I was a Liverpool sporting director, that's the pitch that probably I would have made, and that's probably the pitch that appealed to him.
Max,
You know,
it's not only the experience and the knowledge, but as you
Mm.
get older, you get physically stronger. You get you're able to dominate. You're able to have that vision, and in the centre back position, that is crucial. Centre backs, goalkeepers, they're like um, what's the expression? They're like wine. They get better as they
Yeah, they're
mature.
mature. Yeah, yeah,
As
yeah,
they,
yeah.
centre backs and goalkeepers, experience is so crucial. And the strength, the physicality. An 18-year-old lad and a 25-year-old man, there's a massive difference. Physically,
Yeah,
there's a massive
yeah.
difference. Your
Mm,
bones,
mm.
your muscles. You're just a stronger lad when you're in your mid-20s, as
Yeah,
opposed to when you're late teens. And
yeah. Gruger's put something in the chat about question for you guys. Is Jackie potential the same or higher than Josh? Again, I can't answer that question. That's what potential is. You don't know. You know, on what I've seen of him, he's a different type of profile. His passing ability is a lot better than Josh's, because Josh, as I said, Josh reminds me more of somebody like a Fafana he's a ball carrier from the back. He's not going to give you those 30, 40-yard passes. He's got a good switch of play, diagonal passes, line breaking passes from what I've seen of him. Um, so from that aspect, that potential is better, that ball playing central defender. But as I said earlier, if hopefully Levi comes back fully fit, rearing to go, we've got someone of that profile in our club anyway. So Levi and Josh, I think, would probably work better than Levi and Jackie, because you got one ball carrier, one aggressor, and one who's good at like the pass in between the lines and everything else. So when you come to complementary defenders, it's probably Josh is better, more complete. Uh,
do
he
you,
can
Max,
play
do you know
better
what?
with yeah.
I think Levi and Josh will be a good partnership. Similar background, same language. I mean, I don't even know if Jack can speak English, and it's not a massive factor. We saw Thiago Silva, shouting instructions in Portuguese and French, and and he was able to communicate. But having a similar background in regards to academy, in regards to development,
Mm,
it does help. I believe that Achapon and Colwell could be the future for Chelsea's pairing, centre back pairing. I have a feeling Chalobah will be on the way out. There will be a massive overhaul in the summer, and if what Bobby said is accurate in regards to the financial situation, these guys are going to be penny pinching, and they're going to be trying to get pure profit. And Chalobah is that, and Chalobah is someone who they have tried to push out in the past. So let's see what happens. I'm just going to have a quick look at um, breaking news, because I've just seen some notifications come through. Um, I'm not sure what PYS is trying to say here. Matt, can you? Sorry, Matt. Max, can you have a look at? Oh, I see what he's doing. I see what he's doing. We'll leave that. We'll leave that. It's a bit of controversial. Yeah, guys. I want to just have a look and see what is in the comments. Any? Yeah, Omar. I've seen this. I've seen this. I think it's a good move for Kante. Definitely a good move for Kante.
oh, the Kante one, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely a good move for him.
So he's
Um,
someone I'd have loved to see back at Chelsea,
yeah, yeah,
but that's just a pipe dream.
yeah. Never gonna happen.
Yeah. No.
Woodiger is another one. Is another one that I would love to
Mm.
see. For a couple of years to give that experience, to give that insight. Pandora's box is opening. Cats out of the bag. Smart players can see. Yeah. Chelsea boy. They said he only wants Chelsea. Apparently, yeah, 100%. That was said. I agree. Who made Chelsea Football Club.
For me, as I said, it's not even the fact that he's not signed for us. It's just the incompetence of our sporting directors being able to get something over the line. That's the thing for me. Don't brief it if you're not sure that you're going to, because a lot of the what our fan base is like,
Yep.
and anything to bash the directors, sporting directors, and this is just another thing that they've got to throw at the incompetence of our sporting directors. It just makes us look like a laughing stock. And Liverpool have always been waiting to get one over us after what happened with Caicedo and Lavia, and they're going to be lording it over us as well for this one.
100%, Max. Do you know what? I'm just looking at the tweets PYS is putting out. So PYS is trash talking right now. He's let me just share it and show you guys. Let's have a look. So basically, he's having a go at the reporters. So Kevin from was it Caviar from Sky Sports. Chelsea are close to signing a centre back. January 16th, this was. And,
Yeah.
Chelsea are cautiously optimistic they will sign an elite centre back this month. There are some targets yet to be revealed by sources. There has always been these reports every transfer window, and they do it, for the publicity. A lot of these journalists, let's be honest, they want to get as much clicks as possible.
Knows, you know what?
And,
You're going back to what Fabrizio you was talking about, Fabrizio Romano.
yeah.
He probably knows that the Chelsea fan base are probably the fan base he gets the most interaction from, and
Yeah.
that's why he's doing it. The more interaction he gets, obviously he's all about revenue and money now. He used to be
Yeah.
reliable, but now why does he keep tweeting every 10 minutes about what's going on in the transfer market every day? Even with the Simmons one, he was saying the same thing in a different way about 50 times a day. And why? Because if you look, there's going to be 1,000 comments underneath it, whatever he comes, what a tweet he comes out with, and he's not silly. That's what he's doing.
Max,
So,
I produce a lot of content based on what Fabrizio Romano
mm,
posts on his YouTube channel. So he'll post a video talking about 5-6 different transfers. I'll pluck out the Chelsea related one and I'll post it as a short. I've been doing that for nearly a couple of years now.
I've
And
seen that, yeah.
yeah, and the thing is with all the videos that he posts, if you go back and look at the ones that are Chelsea related, they get the most interaction. The ones that don't have that Chelsea related story, incoming, outgoing, the interaction is quite minimal, and he knows that, and he's seen that, and that's why he's always trying to plug Chelsea into his videos. I've seen videos where he's literally got the Chelsea badge in the background of his thumbnail, and there's nothing related to Chelsea in that video whatsoever.
Mm,
But
yeah.
he's done that for the clicks. So they do that. They do that.
Yeah. I was laughing. Someone's put 70 million pounds for a jacket. Must be Louis Vuitton.
That's a good one. I might actually use that for my next upload. Seriously, that's a good one. Do you know what French designer garments, man? It is what it is.
Yeah, and the briefings are already coming out. It's believed Jacquet is likely to play more regularly at Liverpool in the long term as Chelsea's squad is overloaded with young centre backs. So that's the brief that's come out already. So yeah.
So breaking but as of Sky Sports, Chelsea offered the same deal as Liverpool for Jackie. And that goes back to the comment earlier where he only went to Chelsea. Chelsea offered the same deal as Liverpool for Jackie, but the player changed his mind and decided to move to Liverpool after it became apparent Mamadou Sow was coming back, and also the fact that Achapon was staying. So what a player, a 20-year-old player with half a season experience wants to dictate Chelsea policy onto
No,
who to
it's,
keep and who to play. What the hell?
no,
Hey,
no,
enjoy
it's
your time at
PR.
Liverpool.
Don't believe that. It's PR.
I know. I know.
That's the
Listen,
PR
Mac,
that's coming out.
I'm,
It's
I'm, I'm
yeah,
being sarcastic.
yeah.
I'm being sarcastic.
Mohamed Salah would be returning to Chelsea, and Josh Akinpon will stay. And the player changed his mind. The only reason Salah was returning to Chelsea is because we couldn't get Jacquet over the line. So that's a load of nonsense. They think we're stupid. We're not fools. Don't take us for fools. He turned us down. He chose Liverpool. Just say that. You couldn't get one over the line. You're incompetent. Just own it. Ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Listen,
knew the PR was going to come out. I just knew it.
I
'Cause that's what,
we're going to see
yeah,
more. We're going to see more in the morning. I guarantee we're going to see more in the morning.
yeah.
Do you know what? Do you think we're gonna see some movements on that Tati Giesel from Nets tomorrow
Not tomorrow. Probably in the summer if we
in
do
the
go.
summer?
Yeah.
I
Mm.
hope they forget about him between now and the summer. I really want to see experience. I really want to see experience. But it is what it is. It is
We're
what it
not. We're
is.
not going to see
I
experience.
know,
Yeah.
I know, Max. Unfortunately, we're not. Um, Okay, so just having a quick look and see if there's anything that came up. But guys, look, it's been
We had
a
a thing as
wonderful.
well. Fafana, Datro Fafana joining Strasbourg.
Yeah, apparently Omega is injured, and he's got quite a serious injury.
Yeah, he's out for a few more weeks. They said.
Yeah,
Typical. Chelsea are buying another prop. We like buying injured players, don't we? I think we're immune to buying injured. I mean, not immune. We're just addicted to buying injured players.
Lavia, Sugo. I mean, what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's a weird one. It's a weird one.
yeah.
But yeah, look, people, I've got work in the morning. Max has got work in the morning. It's been a fantastic stream. Great interaction with you guys on the chat. 31
And
likes
breaking news. Breaking news on the
and
stream
breaking
as well.
news. And yeah, breaking news on the stream. Do you know what? I was expecting it. I was
Yeah,
expecting it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I had my setup designed to be able to access it if it did happen. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you that video from Fabrizio Romano. But if you watch his last 5 videos, they're all the same. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, guys, I will be making a slight change to my streaming schedule. So make sure you have the bell notification button turned on. There may potentially be a stream tomorrow late afternoon, just before the transfer window shuts. And I say maybe it all depends on what
And there's
happens
gonna
in
be
the
nothing to
morning.
report there.
It depends what happens in the morning. I mean, yeah, I mean,
I can't see it.
Jack is gone. Tyrick
You know what's
George.
going to happen? We're going to loan some 20-year-old from Brighton as centre back. That's what we're going to do till the end of the
I,
season.
do you know what?
Similar to
I wouldn't be surprised.
Buonanotte's one that came out
Either,
on the
either, yeah, yeah.
deadline day, didn't it?
Either from Brighton or from Hull. Yeah, keep an eye out for Hull. No, but I just want to say something before we end the stream. I want to say big up to Liam Rosenior. I know he is working under some very strict guidance by the medical staff, by the sporting directors. But one thing I have seen, and I was never for us getting a inexperienced manager. But one thing I have seen from Liam Rosenior, which I have to respect and I have to give him his flowers for, is the relationship he has managed to build with the players. The players love him, they respect him, and they're playing for him. Okay, so that is something we have to give Liam Rosenior his flowers for. I hope, I hope he is able to overcome the challenges that he is facing because Liam Rosenior succeeding means Chelsea Football Club is succeeding. So I want to see that success. But I'm not gonna comment in regards to his tactical side of things and in regards to his team selection. I'm gonna leave that until the end of the season. There isn't a long time left. He's got a mission on his hands. If he can qualify for the Champions League and if he can get us a domestic trophy, that will be a fantastic start for the lad. He's already had a fantastic start, by the way, 6 wins and 7. But I'm expecting more. I'm hoping for more. So yeah, I just wanted to say that because Liam Rosenior is a controversial topic at the moment. He is trying to aging men. He's trying to do the whole Lego thing. He has made some blunders in his press conferences, but let's hope what we're seeing in regards to his relationship with the players pans out, comes through, and we get more success. Max, any last comments before we end the stream?
Just don't believe the hype, guys. Don't believe the hype. That's all I've got to say. Um, I always nowadays, my thing is until they are old in this shirt, that's when I believe the news at Chelsea these days because I don't get carried away by any news from these directors. And I like to echo what you said about Rosenior. He's had a good start. Long may it continue. And I don't get all these people who are wanting him to fail or looking at, you know, let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy these wins. Let's enjoy these comebacks. We're in football because we enjoy the drama, we enjoy the winning and everything else. So if you're not happy when we're winning the game, what are you doing? If he starts losing, then yeah, I could understand. But we're winning at the moment. We're going on a winning run. We've won 5 out of our last 6. Hopefully, we can beat Arsenal on Tuesday. I'm hoping. Um, so let's get behind them. And one thing I'd like to end on is big ups to Sanchez as well. I'm not sure if you've seen that video with Sanchez when the fans were booing. He said, "We still got half the game
Yeah,
to go.
yeah.
Come
45
on,
minutes.
players,
45
stay
minutes.
with
Yeah,
us,
yeah,
stay with
yeah.
us."
I
So
saw
that's
that.
what we
Yeah,
need to do. Okay, we may not like the directors, we may not like the direction of what the way the club is going, but at the end of the day, it's not the manager's fault. It's not the players' fault. Let's stick with them. You know, we could do both. We can cheer on the team while voicing our discontent to the hierarchy at the top.
yeah.
But the main thing is sticking with the team. So I think that's my part. That's my comment.
Well said. Well said. 100%. 100%. People in the chat, thank you all for being here. Please smash that like button before you leave. We will be live potentially tomorrow. There will be more content coming out during the week. I'm thinking to do a watch along for the Arsenal game. Not decided yet. Not sure what my schedule is going to be like. But yeah, more content coming your way on the Blue Lounge. Make sure you go and check out the Blue Bridge as well. Listen, Max Burton, his content is fantastic. He has got a lot of history, experience, knowledge, very, very rational point of view on a lot of his videos. YouTube algorithm has been doing him dirty recently. So I want you guys to go and check out his channel, Blue Bridge, and show some love and support to his channel. Big up to you, Max. Big up to everyone in the chat. I will see you
Appreciate
guys.
it.
No, big up to you, my brother. Big up to you.
Yeah.
I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, stay
All
safe,
right.
and
See you
peace.
later.